Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hello? I don't see myself. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There I am. So I don't know how it's been a week. I just don't know how this happens over and over and over again. It's not that I intended to take 7 days off, or 8 days. Might be 9 now. So anyway, back to the practice, which I started again because I took a 2-month break off. I should have been through all this in 1 week, but I didn't. Module 3 practice, starting with the practice A minor chord for 1 minute. Oh no, so. No, I did that wrong. I'm not meant to play the 6th string. I meant to take my fingers off here each time. Even though I did it wrong right away. So, next is chord perfect practice, E minor chord. Just, I'm pretty sure that's E minor there. But just to check. Yep, looks correct to me. E minor chord, mistakes to avoid. Essential not to mute the 3rd string. Which is the 3rd string? That one. If your 3rd finger touches the 3rd string, it won't sound like you're playing the minor chord, but the regular E chord. Well. It sounds very dirty every time I play that. I think that's a word when it comes to guitar playing. Dirty. Doesn't sound like that when it's not connected to the amp, but it is now. Every time it always sounds kind of muddled with the amp. Let's go. Go. I don't really like the E minor on with the amp because it just sounds so muddy. Anyway, 1 minute changes A minor to E, so the E is different. That's like that. sure I'm doing the E correct as well. That's the problem with these 1 minute chord changes. I always get paranoid I'm doing it incorrectly when I probably am doing it correct. But never really know. Anyway, guess I just need to remember what they sound like. So, 1 minute. As usual. Do 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 do. A minor we're starting with. Okay. No, I already messed up. I went from A minor to E minor. Pretty sure that was 60 exactly at the end, which is weird because it didn't feel like it, it felt like I was pausing a couple times, but it also felt like I was doing like 2 a second, I guess, a lot of the time. So that went pretty smoothly, but again, I kind of end up doubting myself, then fiddle around a little bit. So I think, didn't I say last time I got 60 as well, and it was the first time I got 60 ever? I think, last week I got 60 on A minor to E. So, I was thinking as well, it's probably a lot of pressure, because that's the one I usually do the best on, the chord changes. So yeah, surprised I got 60, if I was counting correct. Now E minor to D. Yeah, anything involving D is the hardest. So I always hear people complain about the F chord, and I've not even got to the F chord yet. I don't even know what it looks like. Well, that's wrong. Oh wait, I'm doing A minor to D. Should be E minor to D. Okay, so get the timer on. I don't know why Google changed what the timer looks like. I want to add on 10 seconds. Why is there not an option to add 10 seconds? So I can get my bearings a bit. Anyway. Dum 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 dum. Starting with the E minor. I don't know why I always forget which one I'm meant to be starting on. Don't think it matters, but still. Oh. I'm starting again. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Hang on. Hang on. No. That's not correct. Is it? No, it's not. Oh, I hate these things. Okay, there we are. 1 minute and 10 seconds. So I can get ready. 5, 4, 3, 1. What's going on? The D doesn't sound right. What? I think it's this one that's ringing out. It's throwing me off. I don't know. I'm just gonna do it this time. Whatever happens, happens, and I'm gonna count it. Regardless. 4, 3, 2, 1. That was so annoying. That was so annoying. I don't even know how many I got because I lost count right at the beginning for some reason. Because it was throwing me off. This buzzing here. I still need to change all my strings, I know. Yeah, maybe I should do it without the volume up. I can still hear it though, I can still hear it. I'll do it again because I feel like it. 1. Okay, 53 I think it was. It's pretty good, I think. So anyway, now we have 1 minute changes A minor to E minor. So things are buzzing all over the place with this guitar. So 1 minute. A minor to E minor. 1, go. I actually have no idea how many I did there. I think it was like 70, honestly. That's what I counted, so I could have gone completely wrong with that counting, but I think it was 70, 71. So, and it didn't seem like it was correct, because how can you do 71 in 60 seconds? That doesn't sound right, so maybe it was 61. Maybe I'll watch this back, but I never watch these back, so I guess it would just be a mystery forever. So, I'll stop there. Anchor finger, E, A, and D chord. Should I bother doing that? I don't know. I'll do it, I guess. E, A, and D chord. E is there. A, D. Getting to the D chord is still a little slow. A little bit slow. Don't know when I'll get used to the D chord. Now the worst part is the strumming. The dreaded strumming is next. Strumming patterns with ups. So, yeah. I'll watch a bit of it.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here, back with you for a look at our very first strumming pattern that involves an up strum. And we're going to put an up strum after beat 2. So first of all, fingers wrapped around so we've got a fully muted guitar neck. We're going to practice 1, 2, and 3, 4. So we're going to strum down, down, up, down, down. 1, 2, and 3, 4. If you ever saw that pattern written out, it would literally be down, down, up, down, down, or D, D, U, D, D. Okay? You could also see it written down as 1, 2, and 3, 4, and you know that you're going to play an up strum on the and, right? So it's going to be down, 1 will be down, 2 will be a down, the plus, the and will be an up, and then the following 3 and 4 will both be down strums. First thing to do is just practice it real slow. So just going through 1, 2 and 3, 4. Remembering that the up strum isn't going to strum all of the strings. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Trying to keep the movement really nice and smooth. So it's kind of like pendulum. Kind of like a pendulum. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. And you want to practice this a lot. Just doing exactly this motion, counting along. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. If strumming is something that you struggle with, definitely add some extra time practicing this into your practice routine. 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. If strumming is something that you struggle with, definitely add some extra time practicing this into your practice routine. Okay? You should know after the first couple of days of practice whether it's feeling kind of okay. Memory. For most people it will feel not easy, but you'll know that if you can do it kind of in time and you've got that kind of pendulum feeling with your forearm there and it's moving nice and evenly, that you're probably on the right track. Okay, so just think, don't worry about metronomes and any of that sort of stuff yet. Just play, keep it nice and simple. 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Do remember to be forgiving of yourself if you're finding this a little bit difficult. For most people, strumming is the hardest part of learning guitar. Okay? Finger pain, yes. Chord changes, yes. Strumming, everybody has a bit of fun with strumming. Trying to get strumming in time, not stopping and all of that sort of stuff. With strumming, it needs to be continuous and you need to be able to keep strumming even if the chords go wrong. So strumming really wants to become an automated part of the guitar journey, and the best way of developing that is repetition. Repetition and a little bit more repetition, then repetition while you try and distract yourself, so learning to go 2 and 3, 4, and then being able to talk about other stuff or whatever while the pattern keeps going is also really important. Now if you're a real beginner, that's going to be quite a difficult thing, but just training up so you've still got this 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, and it's going to keep going. Now I was kind of expecting myself to muck that up, seeing as I was trying to demonstrate it, but actually it seems to be going pretty well so far. 1, 2 and 3, 4. I think I've managed to keep it going pretty consistently. We'll see if I can't. I'm trying to think about what's going on the computer screen. I don't think it's gone wrong yet, but you get the idea. You're trying to do it over and over and over again, so it just becomes this automated kind of sequence that your brain goes, oh, we're doing that strumming pattern, and it sends out the signal for doing that. Because if you're thinking about your chord changes and maybe singing at the same time as well while you're playing, this rhythm part really wants to become as automated as you can. So repetition is the key thing here. I'm going to give you one more pattern to have a look at today, and that is adding an up strum after beat 3 as well. So 2 up strums in the bar. So we'll have 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. I don't want you to worry too much about tempo. You might find that at this stage you're going 1, 2 and 3 and 4, or even slower. But most people find that really slow is actually really hard as well. So you're looking for that kind of, probably around this sort of tempo. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. If you want to go faster, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. You can. The key thing here, the important thing to get once you're kind of comfortable with the mechanics, is that relaxed feeling of the arm. That's really the biggest deal. When it comes to strumming, the arm wants to feel relaxed. Really, really relaxed. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Even it's like the down strums are just using gravity to drop it down, then lifting it up, and then gravity pulls it back down again. It really wants to feel that loose. 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Now when you're practicing this during the week, you'll probably find that you spend most of the time just on the very first pattern, so just using that 1 upstroke after beat 2. This second pattern that I've just shown you, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, is a precursor to the most common strumming pattern of all time, which we're going to be checking out next week. So the more practice you can do on that pattern, this one, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. The more practice you do on that, the easier it's going to be next lesson to get into this fantastic strumming pattern. I call it Old Faithful, but it is easily the most commonly used strumming pattern of all time. It's definitely worth a look at. But when you're practicing through the week, start with the simpler one with just the one upstroke. If you're feeling confident with it after a minute or a couple of minutes practice, then see if you can go through and start working on this second pattern. When it comes time to doing your songs, okay, the chords that we looked at this week are fairly easy, and there's some great songs that just use those chords along with chords that we've done before. So the chord changes aren't that difficult. So a really good thing is to try and incorporate some of these strumming
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
patterns. So just looking at that first one, going 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Maybe mix it into, you know, you might have A minor, E minor.
Not going to happen. Okay, it kind of did happen. Kind of did happen.
A minor again. And that might be the whole song. There's a few songs that just use A minor and E minor that run like that for the whole tune. The thing about it, if you're not practicing with my beginner song course app, is that you need to make sure that you stay in time. What you don't want to do is to go like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then change chords. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then stop, and then change chords. You've got to keep the rhythm going. The rhythm has to say 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, change. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, change. Even if the chord goes wrong, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, it's okay. You've got to try and keep the strumming going, which is why I think that beginner song course app is so great for people learning their rhythm, which is, for most people, the hardest part. So if we can nip that and really get your rhythm sounding strong, you'll be a much better guitar player sooner.
Yeah. That's wrong. Something like that. Let's move quickly on from the strumming. I always dread the strumming because it's also kind of boring, but yeah. Seven Nation Army, yeah. I've forgotten how that one goes, so let's look at that.
Justin here. Today we are checking out Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. Now, it's kind of a simple riff, but having learnt this just a few weeks ago left-handed, it's definitely nowhere as simple as I make it look when I'm playing right-handed. Remember, I've been playing guitar for a long time, and I always thought, oh, this riff's so easy, you know, they'll all find that riff simple. And then when I flipped it over and tried it left-handed, I was like, nope, this is hard, a lot harder. Let me take you through what we're going to do now. So we're going to use our first finger, and it's going to be on the 5th string, almost all the way through the riff. Let's say all of the way through except for this little bit that I'll talk about a little later in the video. So just using the first finger. Ideally, we want the tip of the finger to be touching the thicker string, just up here, the very tip of the finger.
Why?
And then the rest of the finger lifts up enough so the rest of the strings are muted. So if I'm strumming all of the strings, you can hear just that one note is ringing out. Now, it's easier said than done. That's what you want to be aiming for, but it's probably going to feel very difficult to do that at the beginning. So especially the first few times, don't be surprised if it doesn't work like that at all, okay? you're also going to be picking that fifth string over and over again. Now, for most people, you're going to find using an anchor, so using a couple of fingers, a little finger and third finger maybe, just resting on the guitar so you can do your little pick. Just use down picks for now. Later on you might get into using some up picks, but just using an anchor and then using a down pick to play that note, the first finger at the 7th fret on the 5th string. Now, we're going to play that note twice, 7th fret on the 5th string.
Oh.
Now, we're going to play that note twice, then we move the first finger up to the 10th fret,
I do not remember
to the 7th
this.
fret, down to the 5th fret, 3rd fret, and then 2nd fret. So the frets, 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2, 7. So that for most people will be the 3rd dot on your guitar. If you've got dots on along the top or on in the front of the fretboard, the 3rd dot is usually the 7th fret. Occasionally people have a dot in the 1st fret, and sometimes people don't have a dot in the 3rd fret. I'm sure you can count and figure out which one your guitar has, right? So 7th fret. Now the 10th fret is always going to be 2 back from the double dots. So the 12th fret in this guitar it's just got 1 block in the front, but on the top it shows 2 dots. That's meaning the 12th fret. So it's 2 back from there is the 10th fret. So you're going 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2. The second time officially is going 3, 5, 3, 2. So 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2.
What?
7. Officially is going through. The second time officially is going 3, 5, 3, 2. So 7, 7, 10, 7.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. 3, 5, 7. 10. Three, 5, 7. Oh no. I forgot the last bit.
5, 3, 2. So 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2. 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 5, 3, 2.
What? I've already forgotten that, but okay. There.
Okay, that would be the fret count. Now the rhythm for this tune is remarkably complicated to count. It's got this thing, it's called a crotchet triplet is the proper big musical name for it. But basically it makes it a really hard one to count, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you're much better off just listening to the song. Okay, so have a listen to the original recording. Most of you will be familiar with it anyway, but just hear that 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
But being familiar with it doesn't necessarily mean I can do it. It's sad when I learnt this months ago and now I'm struggling with it again.
The only other bit in the song is a little bit where it goes.
1 minute. 1 minute. Thought someone was here, but no. Apparently not. Wrong string again. Wow. Fingers getting sore as well. I feel like using my third finger instead at this point. My finger is turning into mush. I think I'll move on. Just because, to give it a rest.
G to A. This is G,
What?
the third fret of the thicker string. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 frets up to the 5th fret on the thicker string, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and G to A. This is G, the 3rd fret of the thicker string, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 frets up to the 5th fret on the thicker string, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, even if you leave out the, I think I left it out then when I was just running through it a few times. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. If you're playing it with a band, it'll matter. At this stage, level 3, beginner's guitar course, man, it's going to be a struggle. I found this so much harder than I thought it was going to be. It's only one finger. Like, I was thinking, well, maybe I should get you guys using different fingers for it or whatever, but learning left-handed while doing this course for you guys has been one of the most enlightening things I could have done, because stuff like that, it's really difficult. You know, just making the skips, making the jump and getting the finger in the right position, you're going to find it fairly difficult. At least I found it really difficult. So I'm expecting that most of you guys will too. All of these things, these riffs that I'm giving you in this course, have got something about them that I want you to get familiar with. With this one, it's about moving up and down the neck a little bit, getting a bit further up the dusty end. It's about playing the one string consistently, which isn't the thickest string, it's the 5th string, so you need a little bit more accuracy with the finger, so probably accuracy with the picker, rather. So you're going to have to probably use some anchors, which is a good thing. Getting used to the rhythm and the timing of that particular riff. There's a whole heap of little benefits from having a go at playing this song. We'll probably revisit it later, because it's a great song for playing in other ways as well. But just as a fun beginner thing, you shouldn't be aiming to be like playing it perfectly along with the record at this stage. It's just something for you to have a go at, get your fingers moving, and it's fun. It's a really recognisable, cool riff that many of you are going to enjoy playing. At least I hope so.
Okay, that's that, I guess. Not very happy with my results. Yeah, better give it a rest, because I'm just making it worse. I'm getting worse. So, 7 Nation Army just did that. Songs for Module 3. Let's see what songs. Sing. Moves like a jagger. Easy songs using only E minor and A minor chords. Which one did I do last time? Don't remember. I don't remember doing any of these songs last time. Strange. I guess sing then. I don't know, have they changed it since the last time I've been here? Because I don't remember. Don't remember doing this. Bizarre.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out Sing by Ed Sheeran, a mega hit and a really great one if you're just learning your minor chords on the guitar. It just uses A minor and E minor all of the way through. So I'm going to give you a full play along with the track now. I'm going to be just using simple strumming at the beginning, and then I might try adding a few little bits and pieces in to give you some ideas of how you might develop it. The key thing here, if you're a beginner, is to keep it simple. Okay, start with just the very easy 1 strum per bar thing, and if you're feeling like, yeah, I'm kind of cool with this, then maybe try experimenting with any other patterns that you've learned. There's no set pattern in this song, so it's up to you to kind of feel out which is the one that feels good for you for this song. It's one of those skills that you need to develop as you progress on your journey. So let's get stuck in.
I'm just checking because I kind of got really paranoid just then, thinking my audio isn't working, but it is. It is working. Wow. I was just sat there thinking this was such a good stream, and I bet my audio isn't working because I was doing screen recordings previously last few days, and I take the mic off, muting the mic so I'm able to do it. But luckily that was on a different scene in my OBS, so thankfully it was fine. That was actually pretty easy. I didn't add any other extra strums in, and I'm not interested because I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead, I guess. How many minutes was that? 5 minutes. Let's see what he says. I actually do remember doing it.
To explore different grooves and different ways of playing, and it's the kind of thing that you'll probably find super helpful. These are not difficult chords to change between, so you really can have a little bit of an experiment there. I was doing a few of the kind of fancy patterns. There was one I was using that seemed to cop up quite naturally. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. Now, for many beginners, that'll be a pretty tricky pattern, okay? 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a... But those of you a little bit further down the road might like to experiment with that. Also, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4.
What?
Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. There's another pattern that seemed to just feel kind of natural as I was going through it, but there isn't a rule. So one of the things that you're going to discover as you play a little bit more is that some patterns just feel more natural than others. I kind of squeezed in there for a little while, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Now, I could do it. It didn't feel great as I was playing it. I was like, I'm kind of, you know, square peg round hole kind of feeling, but it's okay to do that, and you should be exploring different strumming patterns and trying to figure out which ones feel good for you. If I wasn't playing with a backing track and I was playing like with friends at a party, I could definitely be using a pattern like that, and it would feel nice. It would probably feel pretty cool. So if you're an Ed Sheeran fan, you'll find loads more lessons of his over on my website, so do check that out. I do a couple of quite detailed ones on how to use a looper and that kind of thing as well. If you're a real beginner, do check out my beginner song course app. It's got loads and loads of
I cannot be bothered with the
great
strumming.
songs for beginners. It's got all of the stuff that you need to learn: a strumming pattern, finger style, how to play the chords, chord exercises. You can record your 1-minute changes so you can see how, you know, what's your progress, and that can be quite an inspiring thing. There's loads and loads of stuff in it. It's available for Android and iOS. There'll be a link in the description, so please do go and check it out. I'll see you for plenty more guitar lessons very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hey, how you doing?
So, should I do it again? Should I... I don't think I'll be trying any strumming patterns. So I always forget the strumming patterns as well. You'll be ready to move on when you've memorized A minor and E minor chords. Done that. You can get around 30 chord changes in 1 minute between all chords learned so far. Done that. You had some fun with the 7R Nation Army riff. Yes, fun is one way of putting that. You had a go at playing a song or two using both hand you chord. Maybe I'll try another song. Should I try this one? Moves Like Jagger. I don't know. I feel like I've got a couple minutes till the end of the hour, so I don't really want to learn about this song. Whoa, whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Shoot for the stars, if it feels right, and aim for my heart. If you feel like, then take me away, and make it okay. I swear
This one feels like it has some strumming patterns that I don't want to go near.
I'll behave. You wanted control, so we waited. I put on a show. Now I make it. You say I'm a kid. My ego is big, I don't give a and it goes like this.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out Moves Like Jagger by Maroon 5. Very, very cool one. Now I've got this as a stage 2 beginner song, but obviously that funky kind of part is definitely not a stage 2 thing. That's way down the line. A lot, funk guitar is considerably harder than open chordy sort of things. But it's a really, really good fun song to play along with your
I also don't have a capo yet.
original recording, just using your open chords. Gives you a chance to learn a couple of minor 7 chords as well if you're feeling a little bit more adventurous. So in order to do this, we need a capo or capo.
No! Well, luckily that counts me out of that one. So this one only uses E minor and A minor. Call Out My Name, Weekend. It might be tricky for some. Okay. 6/8 time. What does 6/8 time mean? Dum dum dum. Cortez the Killer, Neil Young. Not heard that before. I don't think I've heard Call Out My Name before either. Anyway, I think I'll leave that for tomorrow. Actually, I'm moving on to module 4 tomorrow, so yeah, I'll be skipping right past those ones. And I don't even know what how come I can't go to module 4 from here? How do I get there? There's no next button. I need the next button. There we are. Sunshine of Your Love, How to Read Guitar tab. Finger stretch. D minor chord. I've kind of forgotten what D minor chord looks like, honestly. Let me just look. Which finger I'm supposed to use here? That one, and is that this one? 4th finger? Because I've been trying to do it with this finger, and I wasn't sure whether it was this finger or that finger. So now I remember it was that finger, I think.